Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Patrol. I am your host, I'm your guy, Trexlight, and today we're going to be not going over movie news, we're going to go over a Movie Patrol review. What's the review of? Well, the only movie that came out this weekend that I had the pleasure of watching last night for the midnight opening, The Avengers. Now, of course, I could sit here and just spaz out saying how awesome the movie was, but I'm going to try and hold myself back and try to give an honest review of the movie. First up, let's talk numbers, shall we? Go over here to my second monitor. The Avengers takes $18.7 million in the midnight. So, and it opened up at roughly 2,500 theaters, 2D and digital 3D, and the figure also includes $1.3 million from 273 IMAX 3D locations. So, that's a very, very well midnight opening for anyone, especially for the Avengers. Now, of course, it was lower than what the Hunger Games did, which Hunger Games midnight took 19.7, but it's also higher than what the Dark Knight did with 18.5. So, but it has set the record for best midnight for a superhero movie, if that's a category. I guess that's a category. Now, The Avengers is estimated to definitely pop out, I think, possibly within the $150 million range by the end of the weekend, but I'm recording this on a Friday, and it's only like 5:41. It's the weekend is technically starting now, and this sales are just going to skyrocket. I can tell, because I'm even going to go see it tomorrow again because it was really badass. But let's talk about the story. The story is Loki comes in, tries to take the cosmic cube, which in the movie they call it the Tesseract. The nerd in me is fighting to want to come out, but I'm holding them back. It's called the Tesseract. It's what the cosmic cube is. Nerd, back up. So Loki comes in to take the Tesseract away from S.H.I.E.L.D. and Loki just goes balls through the walls, ape shit on everybody. He does. And he trying to make sure I don't give away too much of the story because I don't want to ruin it for anybody yet. But Loki comes in and takes the Tesseract away and is trying to summon his army of some species that even the Asgardians don't really even care much of, but because of Loki's interaction now, S.H.I.E.L.D. has now come up to the part of calling upon the Avengers initiative. So that's really it. Loki comes in to be the bad guy, and Nick Fury has called upon the efforts of Iron Man, Tony Stark, Captain America, Steve Rogers, the Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner, Thor, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. I sat through it. And it was amazing. It was the scripting, directed and written by Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon is the man. Michael Bay, you want to do a right movie? Take notes from Joss. Take notes from him. Take notes from the Buffy master. Alright? The script was fantastic. The lines, the characters did perfect. Alright? Oh my god. I'm crying because it's so good of a movie. It's very rare you go into a movie theater and you actually have to sit down and watch an entire movie and you're just like, oh god. Oh, why is this part dragging along? You don't get that in the Avengers. You do not. The character development especially between the three badasses, Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America, the chemistry between those three, Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., and Chris Hemsworth did a fantastic job, and that's why they still have the roles. I am sad that Edward Norton was not able to reprise the Hulk for this movie, but Mark Ruffalo, you did a fantastic job. You get a big kudos. In an interview at the Avengers panel back in New York Comic Con of 2011 last year, he said in the Avengers panel that he took Eric Bana and Edward Norton's Hulk and Bruce Banner and tried to mend it into his own way of doing things, and it worked out. It worked great. Man, my eye's itchy. So, the Incredible Hulk himself, Bruce Banner, he did a fantastic job as well. Nice to see Black Widow and even Hawkeye getting a bigger role in this movie. And he shoots arrows. He shoots arrows. Now, of course, I can critique how he's holding the bow and how he's shooting the arrows and everything. But one, it's a movie. Two, you can only get realistic so much. He's if you ever, I read an article, a whole article, while someone that is an archery professional critiquing how he holds the bow, how he shoots, and all that stuff. And I read the article, and I have to agree, because I did archery too. I have to agree, there are some things about how he held it was wrong, but he also has like 2 guards right here on his forearm to protect him for the bow, for the string to pop. He has 2 of them, probably because one wasn't good enough and he was still pain, and so he brought 2. And plus, he's a lefty. He shoots. He holds the arrows with his left hand, which I'm a righty, so I have to hold with my right hand. But Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow's character development in this movie. She's not just a pretty face, fellas. She is not. She has a lot of heart. There is some skeleton deep in those closets that not even Dr. Phil can take care of. And I won't even want to talk about Dr. Phil. He's not getting near me anything. Yeah. Oh, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, Maria Hill. Still a bitch. Colby Summers. She plays Robin from How I Met Your Mother. She has done a fantastic job playing Maria Hill and getting that bitch attitude. And good to see Agent Coulson again. Good to see Clark Gregg, man. I tell you, man. He brought the comedy relief. You thought Tony Stark and the Incredible Hulk stole the show. Both of them. They tied. They tied for first to steal the show. And Agent Coulson was right there behind them, just bringing the funny, bringing what's needed for the movie. Now, what these creatures are, I'm not really going to give away much, but it does tie into, I guess it really doesn't even tie into anything, but I don't even remember what the name of these creatures were, but Loki takes control of them to try and take over humanity on Earth. Truth be told, the movie, if I had to rate it, the movie would get a 9 out of 10. The only reason I'm not going to give it a perfect 10 out of 10, if I had a rating system, and I don't, but for me personally, it was 9 out of 10. The only reason I don't give it that perfect score, somewhere, I don't know if it's in a deleted scene somewhere or not, but no one said Avengers Assemble. No one. Wasn't even in it. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's on the cutting room floor, maybe it's going to be in the deleted scene, I don't know. But there was no Avengers Assemble, and even that little small thing, the movie was still just badass. The Hulk was badass. Thor, every person got their licks into this movie. Because everyone was wondering, how are you going to fit all these big names in this movie, big name actors, big name characters, in this one gigantic Avengers movie, and Joss Whedon did it. Joss Whedon did it where he got every person's character better and bigger. And so now the next movie we have to look forward to now is The Dark Knight Rises, which will be coming out next month, followed by The Amazing Spider-Man. And man, is it going to be my summer. My comic book summer. But then, of course, next up is going to be, I think it's actually next year, will be Iron Man 3. I think Wolverine 2 is supposed to be coming out before that, but I'm not really sure. But thank you all for watching, and I'm recording this on a Friday. I'm giving everyone by Monday. You need to go see this movie, whether it be in 2D, 3D, or IMAX 3D. 3D was done very well. All right, it's not like Clash of the Titans bad 3D. It was tremendously good. All right, but thank you all for watching, and please go see The Avengers. Check your local theaters. Skip school or something. I don't know. I don't care. Go see this movie. You're gonna have a trip. All right. See you guys next time.